Apple has just announced several iOS 18 accessibility features via a press release. Although the company only says these functions are coming later this year, this means they'll be part of the iOS 18 update. This is not the first time Apple has announced big accessibility features ahead of the WWDC keynote, and it's a trend the company has followed for at least a couple of years. With today's announcements, Apple says iOS 18 is bringing eye tracking, music haptics, Haptic engine, vocal shortcuts, vehicle motion cues, and more features to the next iPhone software. Apple previewed several useful features for the iPhone and iPad. The one that would grab the most attention is eye tracking. Yes, one of the most remarkable features of Apple Vision Pro is making its way to iPhone and iPad. Powered by artificial intelligence, eye tracking will allow iPhone and iPad users to navigate their devices with just their eyes. This is similar to what we have seen on the Vision Pro. Eye tracking on iPhones and iPads is designed especially for users with physical disabilities, so they can control their devices just by looking at them. This magical feature uses the front-facing camera to determine what element the user is looking at. Users can gaze at a button to highlight it, and then hold their gaze for a few seconds to select it. Thanks to the on-device machine learning, all data is stored securely on the device and isn't shared with anyone, not even Apple. It's worth knowing that eye tracking works across iOS and iPadOS apps, and you don't need any additional hardware or accessories. You can use the dwell control to activate any element and also access additional functions such as swipes, physical buttons, and other gestures solely with your eyes. Besides eye tracking, Apple also brings music haptics to allow users who are deaf or hard of hearing to enjoy music on the iPhone like everyone else. Music haptics is a new way for users who are deaf or hard of hearing to experience music on the iPhone. With this accessibility feature turned on, the iPhone's Haptic engine plays taps, textures, and refined vibrations to the music's audio. Music haptics works across millions of songs in the Apple Music catalog and will be available as an API for developers to make music more accessible in their apps. Next up, there's a vocal shortcuts option so that iPhone and iPad users can choose custom utterances that Siri understands to launch shortcuts and complete complex tasks. Listen for Atypical Speech, another new feature, gives users an option for enhancing speech recognition for a wider range of speech. Apple also announced a new vehicle motion cues feature. For users who experience motion sickness, the new vehicle motion cues feature will help reduce discomfort by displaying small dots on the screen that move in the opposite direction of the vehicle's movement, making screen viewing more comfortable. Later this year, CarPlay will include a bunch of new features. First is voice control, which allows you to navigate CarPlay and control apps with just your voice. Passengers or drivers who are deaf or hard of hearing can turn on alerts to be notified of car horns with the help of the sound recognition feature. People who are colorblind can go for color filters to make the CarPlay interface visually easier to use, with bold and large text. These features are expected to launch with iOS 18, hinting at a significant focus on AI and machine learning at the upcoming WWDC event. There are even more accessibility features coming with iOS 18. For users who are blind or have low vision, VoiceOver will include new voices, a flexible voice rotor, custom volume control, and the ability to customize VoiceOver keyboard shortcuts on Mac. Magnifier will offer a new reader mode and the option to easily launch detection mode with the action button. Braille users will get a new way to start and stay in Braille screen input for faster control and text editing. Japanese language availability for Braille screen input, support for multi-line Braille with .pad, and the option to choose different input and output tables. For users with low vision, hover typing shows larger text when typing in a text field and in a user's preferred font and color. For users at risk of losing their ability to speak, personal voice will be available in Mandarin Chinese. Users who have difficulty pronouncing or reading full sentences will be able to create a personal voice using shortened phrases. For users who are non-speaking, live speech will include categories and simultaneous compatibility with live captions. For users with physical disabilities, Virtual Trackpad for Assistive Touch allows users to control their device using a small region of the screen as a resizable trackpad. Switch control will include the option to use the cameras in iPhone and iPad to recognize finger tap gestures as switches. Voice control will offer support for custom vocabularies and complex words. So, These are all the new features that you're gonna see in the upcoming iOS 18 update. So, which one is your favorite feature? Share it down below in the comments section, and I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, take care.